Hi, here is our milestone 2, and this is our team and team members. So we first run the back end and also the front end. And we open to page since we have both therapist page and also the user page. And if you already answered the questionnaire, it would show that your question have already been submitted, and then after the therapist approve, they will be into a group chat. And we can sign up a new one. And then here will be the confidentiality agreement. Only if you agree, you can sign up for our app. Okay. And then if you are new or you haven't write the questionnaire first time, it will ask you some question. And then you can select a therapist to review your question and also later chat with them. And also it will show the questionnaire page to you. And here we will log in to the therapist dashboard, and we can see that it will have the questionnaire here. And it will show all the answer from the user, and also later we will add the recommendation part here. Also, right now, if we click accept user, it just send a message to the mailbox. For the therapist part, we are able to edit our profile and also you are able to choose your avatar. When you log in, you can see the profile here. And also you can change your password. And here we also have, if you have not read the message, it will show red, and if you read it, it will disappear. And I think that's what we done this week. And for
And
the
one more thing, the therapist public file, you can select it and show the public file.
um like this. And Jiahe did the front end and she will explain what she did this week.
And uh, this week I reorganized the lab test code from the plain JavaScript code to the React framework JavaScript language. And the code separates the different modules and UI into components, hooks, and pages, and the share the app and API code, also the CSS and index. And in the components files, the authentication regulates the sign in and the login for the navigation of the first interface. Second, chat is the group chats and the target group for the group chat app, and confidential model is the confidential conditions popped out after user sign up. The group select is to select the group in the chat page for the user, and the mailbox is for the user and for the therapist to define the read and unread. And the messages is for the like if the new message pop out for user to show as the public framework. Profile is like sharing the therapist profile and edit it use with the avatar and uh, select avatar and the preferred name and the bio expertise your pages and these profiles will be monitored and the in the page photos the therapist public profile will show the corresponding change in the profile for therapist. Questionnaire is for like building the questionnaire for the patient to answer at first. And the therapist home is to let the therapist to change, edit the profile, like change the mailbox and with the read or unread button. Therapist picker is for after the questionnaire, user would select different therapists and each therapist has a hyperlink to their public profile. And after select, the questionnaire will be sent to the therapist mailbox. And the last one is the user home that only has a mailbox and the group and the logout for user to use. And that's all.
And for the back end, I also update the mailbox questionnaire and also therapist add profile and update profiles and avatars, passwords, update like that. Here is for assign the therapist to a user and then get the users get a therapist for the user and also like send message to therapist between therapist and user part and also list the user for the therapist and chat between the therapist and user. And also here the questionnaire like get the questionnaire and also store the questionnaire. And also for choosing the therapist part, here are the information. And then also the mailbox between the user and the therapist. And then here is what Zhang Minghua did.
So here's the code how we design the grouping algorithm, which is how we provide how the model how we design the algorithm to provide a recommendation to group the users based on their answers to the questionnaire. So first we already have the questionnaire answers, and then we got the this embedding model from the Hugging Face, and we use this embedding model to encode the user's answers, and then we normal uh normalize it, and then we since we already have the embedding for this user, we then fetch our other candidate groups, the group that already exist, and then next we find the centroid of each group. So uh, and then we compare the the user's vector and the group centroid to find the cosine similarity between them. So we can obtain the similarity between the user and all the group all the group we have, and then we will uh first we have a rule that if the best similarity between among all the group is is higher than a threshold we set up earlier, and then we can provide the advice uh to the so we can provide the advice that the this user can be assigned to the group with the highest similarity cosine score. If all the score, I mean, if all the similarity are failed to exceed this similarity threshold, then we will return the recommendation that we can just create a new group for this particular user. And moreover, this is since we are only provide recommendation for the therapies, so we are not doing any writing here in this algorithm. We are just right now we are just read only. If the therapist, the therapist agree with our recommendation, then we will proceed with writing. Assigning this user to a existing group or a new group. And moreover, we also have this red flag detector, we're using the same model we have in the chatbot. So the purpose of this model is just to so during the chat between during the chat between user and therapist, we want this model to help us to detect any self-harming message, any red flag, so we can best provide help for these users.